Hey everybody, Eagle Run 23 here. Excited to be with you. Thanks for clicking on this video. It is hard just to get people to click on videos. I appreciate you being here. We're doing a question and answer. Lots of topics today, but we're going to stick with the stuff that we're normally discussing, and I've got some great questions from you. We are doing an extremely limited merch drop. Some of you have actually already gotten yours. I just got my samples in the other day. I'm just going to show you this one, but extremely limited. This ends in just a few weeks. I'm very small and new at this, so we didn't want to do a big long thing, but these designs, when they're gone, and they're only here for a couple more days. Details about that down below. Let's get in to your questions, and let's see if I can provide some answers. A question that came up a lot is on 8.6 Blackout, and it simply says, what is the purpose of this round? Great question, and I think sometimes I kind of go into some other stuff about building and reloading, and I never actually address the topic of why would you even want an 8.6 Blackout? What is the purpose of this round? 8.6 Blackout is two things to me. One, it is a subsonic gentleman's caliber for hunting hogs and deer. Being subsonic and being very heavy, it does have some limited range. If your property is set up where you've got longer shots, 200-300 yard shots on hogs, this probably isn't the right choice for you. A lot of hog hunters are also deer hunters, and they're hunting from a stand with a known distance, and all those things are fine. If you're out in a field and you're hunting hogs at ranging distances, you're gonna have to have a laser rangefinder on your thermal in order for this to be worth it for you. If you're a daytime hunter and you got a scope on yours, you're gonna have to really know your drops, because the biggest problem is it's just not flat shooting. And it's not a problem with 8.6 specifically, just all subsonics in general. They don't have the speed to keep the bullet up in the air, and so so they drop. The second thing for 8.6 is that versatility of a supersonic. And it's not that this isn't true for 338 ARC or for 300 Blackout. It's the same reason why a lot of guys like 300 Blackout. You have a choice. What am I hunting? What time of day? What animal? Do I want a subsonic? Do I want a supersonic? And you can make that decision on the fly, or you can plan it out in advance. But supersonic 8.6 Blackout is a vastly unexplored frontier. I'm trying to do some more with it, but the subsonic stuff is so fun. Now, this comment was left on both our 338 ARC videos and our 8.6 Blackouts, but this one specifically was on 8.6 Blackout. The question is, this round can't do anything that a 300 Blackout can't do. So let's pull back the curtain here a little bit. If you already have a 300 Blackout, and you already like your 300 Blackout, and maybe you're hand loading for it, or you've got one that shoots particularly well, if you've already got a 300 Blackout, you don't have to go get an 8.6. You don't have to go get a 338 ARC. If you're happy with what you got, that's fine. This is just simply another option. There's no denying the larger bullet has a larger section coming at you, a bigger bullet, heavier bullet. Both ARC and Blackout are heavier than 300 Blackout. So if FPS is the same and we're subsonic and we're in the low 1,000 feet per second range, more mass is more energy on target, so 8.6 can deliver that. Last part I'll just throw in here about the bullet differences. The 308 bullets that are used in 300 Blackout, there's a ton of technology there, but it hasn't been pushed in a very long time. That's a very established caliber range, and I'm not saying you can't get expanders for that, but the 8.6, the 338 bullet technology has been hammered and pushed in the last 2 or 3 years. The bullet design and technology that's going on in these projectiles is phenomenal. The new 323 from Halworks, as well as the 300 from Halworks, both of those bullets were designed from the ground up to expand in the way that we want them to produce the accuracy that we're looking for, to have a high enough weight that we're putting massive energy on target. These bullets have been, I mean, there's been so much technology development. I've shot probably thousands of rounds that never made it into a video, just ammo testing. Lots of cool stuff there. Next question. This one just says, what is the FPS? And I think that's from a video from about 2 years ago, a short that's got millions of views on it. And it's about the 338 Spectre. In this little clip, we shot all day long, but in this little clip, I kind of made a mistake, and I only put a clip of us shooting, and it shows the target being like 30 or 50 yards away or something. It was pretty close. And I was really a little overexcited about all of them touching. You kind of had to be there to understand that, but I did show that there was a chrono, and I didn't say the FPS. It is in the pinned comment. Nobody reads the pinned comments, I guess, but Subsonic FPS, they're virtually all the same. You're looking at nothing less than 950, 980, and nothing more than 1100. Most people hang out in the mid to low 1000 FPS. Next question, do you have a build sheet for this gun? I'm glad you asked, because after I make a video, I go through and completely link, list, price, and make a blog post for almost every single video. In the blog section of the website, there is a post for each video that has a build, like the 6GT build that's right here, the Walkman 86 Blackout, which you guys haven't seen in a while. Something's coming up on that. 6 ARC is hanging out right here, the SBR. There's build lists for all of those with every link. I tried to make it really easy for you so you can see the price, you can see where I got it, and those are affiliate links. Your clicks mean the world to me. Thank you for clicking on those. YouTube doesn't actually pay us very much money to make videos, and so unfortunately those affiliate links are really the only way that we have a chance to recoup some of the money that it takes to make videos. So this question is about the outlier, the video I made where there was a little bit of deceptive advertising going on there. We can talk about that more later if you want to, but I'm just going to answer this question. Since the barrel is a part of the suppression system, do you think the 4-inch suppressor will be enough? So you get a free suppressor, but it's a baby suppressor when you order an outlier backdraft barrel system. My barrel is here somewhere, but the free suppressor was only the short one. If you want the 6 or the 8-inch, you got to pay more, which is fine. I just didn't like being treated like I was shopping at Sephora with my 13-year-old. I imagine we're going to be perfectly happy with the 4-inch, but I still have to wait another 5 or 6 weeks for that thing to get here. I waited 20 weeks on the barrel, 21 weeks on the barrel, and now we've got another 10 to 12 weeks to get the suppressor here, and it's only been about 5 or 6 of those. So we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. Next question, why do you need to check the casings on brand new factory loads? Okay, so he is talking about me dropping in a bunch of 8.6 Blackout into a case gauge. This one is cut open so you can actually see what's going on. I did that for you guys. Sheridan now sells these, but this one has a window so you can actually see. First of all, no, you don't need to check your factory ammo. Most people shoot SAMI specified calibers, and so it's already agreed upon what the measurements are going to be, so that when they make a bullet, it fits the chamber from this manufacturer, that manufacturer, that manufacturer. All that's already sorted when it's a SAMI. You need these for the Wildcats. So 8.6 Blackout is not a SAMI spec. Rumors about that, we'll address that later. It could be coming soon, that's all I'll say. But you need this for, if you're hand loading, you definitely need this because this is a representation of your chamber. If you've got a barrel laying around, you can always check it in your barrel. That's probably ideal. I got a lot of different 8.6 guns, and so I have these for every caliber that I reload. And so this is mostly a reloader's tool. I do that mostly for YouTube, for you guys, so that you can see, hey, this is good stuff or bad stuff. If it doesn't pass a case gauge check, then I know I'm gonna have trouble with it at the range. So no, you don't need one. It's kind of novel to check in on and see. I actually case gauged a whole bunch of 9mm one time that was really cheap, and about 1 in 3 failed, and sure enough went to the range and had Jam City on that. So they're kind of expensive. You probably don't want one. This question comes up all the time. It's in my emails, it's in my DMs on Twitter and on Instagram, and of course it comes up in the comment section quite a bit. I'm looking for accurate hunting ammo that is in stock. What are your recommendations? So this has to do with mostly with 8.6 Blackout. A couple people ask about other calibers, but 8.6 Blackout in particular, there's really one choice that is my #1 right now. There could be some other ones along the way. I've shot everything from Steinells, from Discreet, Gorilla, Phantom Defense, and Halworks. Callaway's made stuff. I think I already said Steinell. All of them have a round that do pretty well. The 350s are tough, and in general, the heavier your bullet, the less accurate you can expect from shooting. So those 350s, if you got an 1.5 to 2 inch group, you're probably in the good range. The main choice right now is the 300 grain CFE from Halworks. It is MOA in every gun I've tried it in. It's the best, and that's because that bullet was designed to be a high BC bullet, to be accurate, to control, expand. It does fracture if you're looking for that. It is a fracturing bullet. Their new 323s, I'm partial to the 23 part. I do like that. The 323s are also very accurate, but we haven't released our accuracy test on that. So 300 for a hunting bullet, a specific hunting bullet, 300 CFE from Halworks is my top choice. Okay, we got a question about the 6 ARC SBR. I really like that gun. I'm still having a little bit of accuracy troubles with it. We're gonna hand load for it soon, and I think I can sort all that out. But it's still not what I want it to be, which is a bummer because we've shipped that gun all over. Does the 6 ARC still perform as an SBR for deer-sized targets? And 2 things I'll say about this. I like short barrels, and I know that I'm putting myself out for trouble when I go this short. That's too short for a 6 ARC. Don't go less than like 14 inches if you want to SBR a 6 ARC. And the 16-inch variety is perfect for 6 ARC. If you want maximum out of it, yeah, you can do a 3/4 mile long barrel and you'll get maximum velocity and it will be great. I don't like long barrels. So originally it was a 16 and I actually chopped it to a 16 and then it got short. It's a 10-inch right now, which I like. It's super handy in the deer stand, phenomenal. But yeah, the 6 ARC in general, some people hate it, some people love it. It's another one of those things where it's not going to replace anything that you already have. If you're happy with some stuff, you don't need to jump out and go get a 6 ARC, but it does some cool things. The 6mm bullets are phenomenal. And yeah, it's perfectly fine for deer-sized targets. I've shot 1 pig with a 6 ARC. It was a good shot. It was a headshot. Pig went down. But I haven't taken a deer with it. I don't do much deer hunting, so. Last question. This one's funny. This one actually just came in yesterday or this morning. Myself, I don't like AR-10. I would rather drive an RV or a half-ton pickup as a daily driver. That's just my 2 cents. I am 62 years old, and the older I get, the lighter I like my firearms. All my shots are short-range shots, and so I would lean towards the 338 ARC over the 8.6 Blackout. Excellent comment. I laughed out loud when I heard this because the AR-10 can have some challenges. They notoriously double feed. Nothing is a mil-spec standard, so you've got some Wild Wild West components, things that don't fit together. 2 things about that. There's some dedicated AR-10 stuff. I've made a lot of videos on it. There's some dedicated stuff where you can stay in system. Like we stayed with SLR for upper lower handguard. You're not going to have any troubles. Back when Anderson was making guns, upper lower handguard, no problem. Bear Creek, upper lower handguard. They'll all fit together when you stay in system like that. Aero Precision, of course. There's a lot of other great options too. Those are just some of the ones that we played with here recently. There are some really cool stuff still coming in the pipeline of these compact AR-10. So it's closer to an AR-15 in size, but it still functions in the 308 size bullet. There's going to be more coming in the pipeline. I've done some conversations with a couple of companies that are going to be introducing some stuff pretty soon. And so that's cool. I like to see all of the innovation. I'm here for it. The second part of this, the 338 and the 8.6 and the 300 Blackout, they all get compared. Part of that's a fair comparison, part of it's not a fair comparison. The twist rate is a difference maker on the 8.6. Keeping our bullet spinning at distance a little bit faster helps the bullet perform, helps it open up. All of those things are still true, but if you're just looking at energy on target, 300 Blackout loses because it's lighter. 8.6 Blackout can shoot heavier bullets, also the faster twist rate. I feel like it kind of wins. And then 338 ARC is there in the middle. If you're just looking at energy on target, a 300 grain out of this and a 300 grain out of that, energy on target is the same. So your differences are the size of the gun, availability of ammo, FPS being the same. You're only looking at a couple of differences between 8.6 Blackout and 338 ARC. I have some subs and some supers. The main problem right now with 338 ARC is magazines. I actually had good success with a 6.8 SPC mag, but there's some 350 Legend mags that are going well. I have a dedicated 338 ARC magazine somewhere, and it's laser etched 338 ARC, and on the back side of it, it says 350 Legend. So we have a bit of a ways to go until that mixtape comes out, which uses the ICAR magazines that are wider. Until that mixtape comes out, where you have a different lower, but then you lose all your compatibility with all your other AR-15 stuff. So 338 ARC has a few issues. It's still a cool round. If you can get yours to shoot and feed reliably, it's going to be a cool option. I think the best is still yet to come with 338 ARC. All right, this was a fun video to make. Thanks for hanging out. If you want to see more videos like this, leave me some comments down below and we'll go through and answer them. Join the secret group on Instagram. That's all the raw, uncut, behind the scenes stuff is on Instagram in the private group. I just post in there a couple times a week, so it's not like an everyday thing, but there's some cool stuff going on there. You can find out stuff that's happening before it happens. The email list at eaglerun23.com. You can get on the email list and grab yourself some shirts over there. eaglerun23.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.